Imagine this. Your world is falling apart, not because of external disasters, but because someone who was always there begins to disappear. You're used to their presence, their availability, their being a part of your daily life. And suddenly, they're gone. Have you ever wondered what happens in a woman's heart at that moment? When someone she's attached to starts to pull away, it's not just anxiety she feels. It can turn her world into a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. Today, we'll explore what really lies behind this situation. What happens to a woman when you disappear from her sight? Why might this be beneficial for both her and you? Watch until the end, as we uncover secrets that will help you turn challenging moments into stepping stones for growth. Every one of us wants to be loved. It's a natural human desire embedded in us from birth. But sometimes, the pursuit of love turns into dependency. When you begin to pull away, a woman may experience a powerful fear of loss. It's akin to finding oneself in an empty room with no windows or doors, unsure of what to do next. She might start blaming herself. What did I do wrong? She may become a victim of her fears or even her ego, demanding validation of her worth. But let's delve deeper. What does Stoicism say about this? One of the key principles of Stoic philosophy is, true freedom comes when you realize that nothing external can control your inner world. Disappearing from sight becomes a test. How capable is the woman of finding support within herself rather than relying on you? Let me give you an example. Imagine a woman who has always built her happiness on her partner's attention. She's used to his presence giving her confidence, his words and actions affirming her worth. Then he starts to pull away. At first, she panics, desperately seeking his attention. But then she faces a moment of truth. She realizes her happiness shouldn't depend on another person. She begins to work on herself, to trust her inner voice, and to pursue her own dreams and goals. This transformation may be painful, but it makes her stronger. This is how Stoic thinking works. By embracing pain, we become more resilient to life's challenges. Now let's look at this situation from your perspective. When you start to disappear, you're not only giving the woman a chance for self-development, but also testing the depth of her feelings. True love doesn't shout. It waits patiently. It trusts. If your relationship is built on sincerity, temporary distance will only strengthen it. It's like a test. How strong are your bonds? You can see if she loves you for who you are, or if her feelings are driven by a fear of being alone. The Stoic principle here is simple. Test, but don't destroy. You pull away to create space for growth, not for destruction. But how can a woman navigate this period? What can help her avoid breaking down? The answer lies in accepting the situation rather than fighting it. The Stoics taught, we don't control circumstances, but we do control our response to them. A woman facing her partner's disappearance can use this moment to ask herself important questions. What do I want in life? Who am I without him? How can I become better? These questions open the door to self-discovery. This isn't just a crisis, it's an opportunity for transformation. If she understands this, she will emerge stronger than ever. Another important aspect is the power of pause. When you disappear, you create a vacuum that can be used for reflection and change. At this moment, the woman might start to rethink her expectations and needs. Imagine opening a book and closing it at the most interesting part. The desire to know what happens next keeps you returning to it again and again. The same applies here. The pause triggers a desire to understand rather than simply react. She may realize that no one but herself can fill the emptiness inside. This is the freedom the Stoics spoke of. It's worth noting that your disappearance should never be an act of punishment or manipulation. It should be a deliberate action based on respect for yourself and your partner. If you feel the need for time alone, be honest. Explain that it's not about her shortcomings, but about your personal needs. Openness helps avoid unnecessary resentment and misunderstandings. The Stoics believe that honesty is the foundation of trust, and trust is the cornerstone of any relationship. Yet, what happens if a woman cannot cope with your disappearance? She might feel abandoned, lost. But even this can be a lesson for her. She might come to understand that no one is obligated to always be there. This isn't coldness, it's the reality of life. People come and go, and the only thing that remains with us forever is ourselves. When a woman grasps this truth, she begins to build her life not on dependency, but on harmony with herself. So, what's the takeaway? Disappearing from sight isn't the end of a relationship. It's an opportunity for a reset. It's a moment when both partners can look within and find answers to crucial questions. You learn what she feels, and she learns who she is without you. This isn't a rupture. It's a chance to grow stronger. The Stoics said, "Life is not what happens to us. It's how we react to it." The reaction to disappearing can deepen and purify a relationship. Relationships are not just an exchange of emotions, but a constant effort to improve oneself. When you disappear from sight, a woman may find herself in a situation that forces her to analyze her role in the relationship. It's like a workout. Muscles grow only when they are challenged. Your withdrawal is an opportunity for her to learn self-reliance, which in turn makes her stronger and more confident. Conversely, if the relationship was built on a weak foundation, this distance may reveal flaws that need to be acknowledged and addressed. It's also important to recognize that disappearing from sight doesn't have to mean total isolation. Sometimes, simply reducing the intensity of communication is enough to provide the partner with space for reflection. It's like sunlight. Too much of it can scorch, but the right amount helps things grow. Therefore, it's crucial to remember balance and be open to dialogue when the woman is ready for it. Your intention should not be to destroy, but to create something better. Another key element of this situation is the understanding of time. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of realizing that we only have the present moment. If a woman learns to live in the here and now, she will understand that your disappearance is a temporary state, not the end of the world. Life goes on, filled with other significant events and people. This mindset fosters mental flexibility, a vital quality for maintaining healthy relationships. Lastly, remember that every situation is unique. There's no universal approach that works for everyone. It's essential to analyze what you and your partner need at this particular moment. Perhaps your disappearance will help her see the value of your relationship, or maybe it will signal the need to reevaluate your roles for each other. The most important thing is to maintain respect and strive for what's best for both of you. In the end, as Marcus Aurelius said, live in harmony with yourself and everything around you. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Here, we help you find answers to life's most important questions about relationships, self-discovery, and personal growth. Give us a like if you found this story helpful, and share your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about distance in relationships? Let's discuss this together and grow wiser. Remember, every comment you leave inspires us to create new topics and helps us grow. Thank you for being with us, and see you in the next episode.